go, folks. We're welcome back. We are live here. As you can see, it is live, and that's how it goes. There's trophy ceremonies and trophies being handed out, and everybody's going crazy. It is a thrilling time of the year, and it really is fantastic. Everybody is here tonight, and this is what has culminated in the last 24 seasons of Cape Rugby on Cape Town TV. Everybody's really thrilled. With me right now are the guys behind the scenes, the guys that make it all happen. Charles Brewer is the Managing Director of DHL Africa. Hello, Charles.
Hi, how are you doing, JP? Good?
Fantastic. Nice to have you in Cape Town.
Yeah, I love it. It's fantastic.
Really? You can't leave?
I'm really already hooked.
Someone else who can't leave Cape Town is Selwyn, the Managing Director of the Treble Group. Hello, Selwyn.
Good evening, Japes.
Oh, you and I know each other from before, with all your kind donations at Good Hope FM.
Absolutely, the good old days.
The absolute good old days, and they keep rolling on. We just find new waters to navigate. Charles, how have you found your relationship here at the Stormers and Western Province Rugby?
I think I'd be lying if I didn't say that at the early stages there was certainly some noise around the great yellow and red being put on the Western Province shirts. It was on the radio, it was in Twitter, it was on the social media and so on and so forth. But 10 months on, it's just fantastic. I mean, whether every person I talk to in the street, the fans, love it. I think the playing on the pitch has been semi-final in the Super Rugby, semi-final in the Currie Cup. I'm pretty sure a final coming up as well. And the under-21s, under-19s doing really well too. So from a rugby perspective, really great. And then from a business perspective, we've surpassed all expectations, so really good.
Well, I must just tell you, and this wasn't played out earlier on tonight, and we were very disappointed because we prepared a clip, actually, where we had Chippy Solomons, the Western Province Rugby and Stormers team manager, was on our show during the season, and during the interview, we spoke to him about the logistics of being the manager of the team, and he went on to say that he had never ever had such a great sponsor. This is the best sponsor they've ever worked. You guys organised the logistics. When they got to Melbourne, they had to move from Melbourne to Auckland, and there was somebody from DHL met them there and helped them move their stock, got them through customs. That kind of support makes a big difference to a rugby player when they're on tour.
I mean, our involvement goes far beyond just the physical branding of a T-shirt. So Chippy has a really tough job. I mean, I really respect the guy. He has a really tough job. Moving the players from one stadium to another, it's really tough. So the fact is that between him and Rob, they came to us and said, look, can DHL help? And we said 100%. So we moved all of the kit, the medical supplies, some food, all sorts of things, from here down to the Antipodean area of the world, which we won't talk about very much, and back again, and it went flawlessly, which is what DHL does great. I mean, that's what we do really well, and it's nice when Chippy comes up and says thank you. It's a good thing. Yeah,
no, absolutely fantastic. Selwyn, the Managing Director of the Treble Group, you're the guys behind the scenes at Western Province Rugby, and I think many people don't know that you also manage the Springbok Supporters Club and you manage the Western Province Rugby and Stormers Supporters Club. That must be very exciting. It's the three biggest brands in the world.
Absolutely, and our job is to keep the supporters happy, to keep the supporters in touch with their heroes, and to keep the supporters in touch with the vital component of rugby, which is the sponsors.
Yeah, and it must be thrilling for you to go up to watch the Lions play Western Province and see more Western Province jerseys, or go to the Bulls and see more Western Province jerseys than you would there.
Well, the amazing thing is that DHL Stormers and DHL Western Province have a fan base that goes way beyond the Western Cape. And one of our tasks is to harness that not just countrywide support, but in fact global support.
And you guys do some amazing things. I mean, you do the sleepover at Newlands. Of course, you do the beer garden outside at Newlands pre-match day. You do clinics, and you're quite involved from the supporters club to create enough activity to engage the fan to the player with your like you called it, the cradle to grave strategy.
Well, indeed, our job is to create those touch points so that all the fans can interact with their heroes. And again, I must repeat, it's only possible through the involvement of people like DHL, who really oil the wheels and allow us to create some knock your socks off events. And I mean knock your socks off events because
you don't wear socks.
I don't wear socks.
But I wear very colourful socks.
Well, I must say, I'm super impressed with your shoes. I had my Bob's for Good shoes on the other day, and then I took my shoe off and I put it on the table, and it became quite a hit and went around on YouTube. move, and everybody loved that because Bob Skinstad himself is doing such an amazing job at the moment with raising awareness for education and shoes and that. And when I saw your shoes, I thought,
these are very special for tonight.
I thought L.A. Reid will be happy with those. I just got to ask you, Charles, from a DHL perspective, have you felt the wow factor yet?
In Africa or South Africa?
No,
or
with Selwyn and the Stormers and Western Province Rugby.
Beyond. I mean, again, so the very, very easy part is putting the brand on a shirt or on a car or on a boat. That's the easy part. The real trick, the real magic is when, as you said earlier on, when you engage the fans, when you engage the players, when you engage the TV audience, the media audience, and so on and so forth. And again, he downplays his skills. He's incredibly good at activation, which is, to be honest, it's not our skills. Our skills are supply chain, but they teach us a lot about how to make sure we get the most value out of a brand. And that aside, the most important thing is what happens on the pitch. And again, I go back to what I said earlier on. We got a semi-final in the Super Rugby, a semi-final coming up in the Currie Cup. We got the under-21s, under-19s, defending champions, also in the semi-final. So yeah, Western Province is real healthy. And looking at 2012, I got a sneaky suspicion that the DHL Stormers will be may surpass. I think they'll surpass what we did last year.
Well, I must say, from a sponsor point of view, we're thrilled to have DHL on board, and we know that this is exactly what Selwyn and the guys have been looking for a long time. It's partners that they can work with.
Thank you.
Selwyn, on your side, we've got close to 1 million club rugby fans out there who are watching who don't normally get to see rugby on TV. If they want to join the Western Province Supporters Club, how do they do that?
Well, Club Newlands is the official supporters club of the DHL Stormers and DHL Western Province, and simply go online to iamistormer.com or wprugby.com or stormersrugby.com, and we would love to welcome you.
And you can sign up as a member, and of course then it's quite a big benefits package. You get invited first to meet the players, the meet and greets, the signing sessions, the sleepovers.
And to make it more all-inclusive, we even have a free membership package, so you don't have to spend any money to become a regular and committed fan of the DHL Stormers and Western Province.
That's absolutely fantastic, because our viewers are dedicated, loyal, die-for rugby fans, and I'm sure that they would all love to join Club Newlands.
Those are the fans we would love to embrace.
And we're looking forward to that.
Come along.
Charles, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Nice to have you. Selwyn, continue doing a great work, and we'll be watching with anticipation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
right,
Dave.
guys, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a second with more fantastic interviews with some great players and great trophy winners, and of course those fantastic supporters out there. Back in a sec.